Hello everyone. Oh, listen to the awesome music. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last episode, we began our adventure out here in the... Oh god! In the Black Sea. We got hired by Briggs, and we're just assigned to a recovery team for technology or artifacts or whatever it is that this group is looking for the scientific research for the city of Dis. When suddenly, an alarms began ringing, and the base came under attack. We are now going to attempt to defend the base with all the people we see here from the natives who are attacking. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to put down any traps. I don't have any in my hotbar either, so I'll have to fix that after the fight. We're going first. I don't know where the enemy is located. We're not stealthed, which is a big problem. This side has an auto turret and several people along with Yehuda here. We're going to reposition ourselves on this side, I think.
Togo de Takin. Effect Toki door.
I love that we don't understand what they're saying. They still have some time to get to us. I do wish I had my other bolts equipped. We'll go ahead and set this guy up with a incinerary bolt. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, and now they're all hostile because I accidentally hit them. So we'll have to reload. It's too funny. Oh, that sucked. That sucked. All right then. Let's do this and begin that battle again. Sorry, everyone. I do wish the game was smart enough to realize when friendly fire was in fact friendly fire, not traitor fire. Okay, and we will do this again. Same exact movement, same exact position. Very first combat we do in an episode and in a month, and the first thing I do is reload because we hit a friendly with a firebolt. Okay, that's better, I suppose. I don't see them over... They're gonna come on this side, I'm going to assume. That's not a big chance to hit, but we'll take it anyway. And we'll try that again. That guy looks like he's armed with a crossbow of some sort. Looks like it's made of bone. Oh, look at their faces. Can you see what this guy looks like? I cannot. They have spikes coming out of their shoulders. All right, let's try shocking this guy. Missed. Let's try that again. Elemental bolts. Oh my god! Nice hit! Oh! $529 damage. Holy crap. Should I stay on this side, or should I go and help the others? I'm gonna guess they don't really need assistance. Ah, okay, good. I was gonna say, oh my goodness, there's a lot of them down here.
Solimblian Kriegesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. He wasn't saying that, I was hovering over that. Can I throw this here? I have to move to throw. Okay, we can do that later then. Let's try taking a single shot. Hit him and he's bleeding. Let's move. And throw that... Sure. Throw the flashbang, Tim. What did their boats look like again? Oh, look at... Oh my god, the whole thing's made of bones! Where did they get all of it from? Wow, creepy. That's gotta be rough on the feet, too. Like, walking in it? Be hard to walk around that without making a lot of noise, I suppose, as well. Now, I gotta be careful, because I don't want to accidentally move forward. I think if I right-click, they will break out of the incapacitation this turn. We could just throw a nade, but then I'd have to move, so we should shoot first. Let's set the close one on fire. And then we'll toss one of my MK3s. And now we will move away, giving up this area. Yes, that's it. That's what I want to do. Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I'm used to I just got done playing Sword the Sword of the Stars, so I'm used to different end turn buttons and what have you. Oh, nice shot! Good job with that sniper rifle fire. God, the beach is going to be littered with corpses. Not very tactical of them either to let themselves get flanked on this side. Oh, they have some sort of new special abilities or something. Oh, they're using healing salves. Interesting. Well, they're gonna make it to me this turn. Oh my goodness, what the heck is that? There must be like, is there a priest or someone blessing them? Maybe that guy. Well, I think my best bet is to stand here and shoot them both. Oh, he's not stunned either. He's only dazed. Interesting. let's move here. I don't think he'll be able to reach me and attack, so I'm not going to use Uncanny Dodge quite yet. I wonder if we will be forced to lose this fight. If, like, there's simply so many of them, we're going to have to fall back. Yeah! Bleeding wounds. Wow! Why did he run up that way to try to get me? He's running right into the middle of everyone. You're annoying, but you still can't hit me. So I can't do anything to this. Like, if I shoot an electrical shot at this guy, the bolt will bounce into Yahota and aggro all of our allies. So I can't do anything about him. Oh, other than shoot a normal serrated bolt. So let's do that. Good critical hit, Tim. Good critical hit. 73 damage. He'll die at the end of his next round. Let's set him on fire. And we will shift ourselves a bit. Oh, I should have used Uncanny Dodge here. Oh my god! Nice critical hit.
Durham McHill! Only to Teflon bits.
I wonder if we'll be able to translate what they're saying later on. I wonder what language it even is.
Yeah, go auto rifle.
Wow, that's a lot of corpses. And we are entangled. That's not a good chance to hit him, unfortunately. But we'll still take it. Stunned him. I should probably finish him because he's so close to us. So let's do that. Or we might hit both of these guys with a single bolt. And we could yeah, let's try setting one of these guys on fire. Nice. And we cannot move away, so we'll just end our turn. I love the music to this. Very nice. I love the chanting. Yeah, 10 damage critical hit. Suppressed. Looper. Second wind. Yep, we can't stun him. It sounds like someone's getting stabbed to death. I'm hearing shields get hit. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. I think we flash bomb to stun the two guys who have the sledgehammers. So let's do that. Oh, nice. It also worked on this guy too. Darn it. I wish I knew that. I would have shot him first. I don't want to hit both of them. So I'm not going to use fire or electricity. But we should hopefully kill him with a serrated bolt. Do I use Uncanny Dodge now? Oh, I can't use it because I am entangled, I guess. Can I stealth myself? We could. Though they're gonna know where I am, so that's not gonna really help. Let's just end our turn then, because I can't move away. It suppressed this one, and thankfully, this guy's suppressed, but it didn't activate him. Stay alert, squad! That's pretty bad. They're forcing their way in. We have more. Oh, nice! We have more sec troopers arriving to assist. Ha 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 ha! Let's reposition. Oh, wow! They are forcing their way through that side. Oof. Good hit there, sir. Nice. Looks like we've managed to win. Battle is not yet over either. There's someone else still alive. Let's search his body. I can't pronounce it. I have no idea how to pronounce those letters that are not English letters. Not worth anything. We should take it anyway and see if we can break it down for a scrap. So we'll grab it. I can't really do anything else, so we'll back up. No wonder why they needed all those supplies. There's a ton of enemies here. Got me! Let's try that again then, friend. Darn it! Good hit, Yahota. And it looks like that's it. They're all gathering up around Yahota, I think. We're going back to normal positions. Alright! Not bad. Well done, team. First things first. I want to break this down and see... Well, I want to see if we can break down their stuff. We cannot. Not allowed to break that down. Okay, well, that will make it a lot easier for me when it comes to taking their equipment. Oh, hello. Heartbreak Poison Bolt. Shoot this bolt from a crossbow, dealing normal bolt damage and inflicting the target with poison that deals 3 damage per turn, each turn for 3 turns. Stacks 5 times. If this poison is allowed to expire naturally, it will then deal a great amount of damage, which increases ever more rapidly with each stack. Wow! Let's take that. Leper Poison. Blinding Poison. Subterranean Knife, not better than what we're using. We'll take some more throwing nets. Oh, then we should definitely check everyone. I'm also curious as to what a spear does. We haven't seen a spear yet. Like, we haven't been able to look at what the weapon is. Oh, that looks more like a... That looks more like a sword than a spear. On hit, gains Spear Guard, which gives the attacker 50% chance to block up to 22 mechanical damage at the end of next turn. The amount blocked cannot exceed half the character's melee skill. Okay. Does decent damage, too. But strength 6, so we're not using that. He's got a healing salve. We'll take that. Thank you, everyone, by the way, for not searching the bodies. I really appreciate that. That leaves all the stuff for me to take. A saber. Oh, okay, we won't be using swords either. Min strength 5. And our strength is 4, so no good. Ooh, well, nice. On hit, carves up a living target for 3 turns, reducing its action points by 2 and increasing the chance the target will get critically hit by 3%. Stacks 5 times. More healing salve. I guess we could have improved our strength plus 2 instead of our dex, but I think we'll be okay. Garrett has proved himself in all his earlier combats. We know we want all the bolts we can get. We'll take that as well. Knife is not better. We want all the bolts. We want all the bolts. We might as well take some nets. We'll grab the healing salve as well. We can leave a lot of this stuff in our, whatchamacallit. That was a new type of bolt. We'll grab some normal bolts, I guess, from 2 of them, just to have some in case we need it. And so everyone is up there just watching us run around and loot all the corpses. I mean, if they're not going to take this stuff. Oh, what's this? Vitality power. Increases action points by 25, dodge and evasion by 40%, and strength by 4 for 2 turns, temporarily removing any fatigue. After the effect expires, the consumer will be worn out and also lose 3 health each turn for 10 turns. And their crossbows? Not better than ours. At least not at this level. Hold on. That guy had some of this. Anything I decide not to use, we'll simply leave in our storage. Oh! That was red, so we don't want to loot their corpses. If we take anything, everyone would go hostile on us. I like that change, actually. In the past, I would hope for people to die because we could sell their things. That is no longer the case. I think I very much like that change. That wouldn't make any sense. The site troopers would be furious for us just looting those corpses. Alright, let's save the game really quick. Check our weight allowance. We're still fantastic. Congratulations, you're alive. Now report to Chief Briggs. Really quick, how's my crossbow? Could definitely use a repair. And could use another one. Our dagger is fine, only one of them made it to us. This ravaged statue stands firm and proud, despite the damage it has suffered. I would love to explore more of this place. Actually, there's nothing much to explore. Oh, there's a throwing net there. Bullets? Fusion cells? Oh, we can take this stuff, I guess, if we needed it. We don't, though. Let's head back to the tent. I wonder if you do poorly in the battle, if they do sound the retreat to regroup at a different location. It's an exceptionally well-preserved statue of a completely naked woman. Well, looks like she's wearing a cloak to me. Lederman's one hilarious dude. Wait till he tells you about his sister Lily. We'll spend some time later and do the pickpocketing of most of the people here. Right now, I want to first visit my tent, store a bunch of this stuff in our locker. Okay, so for normal bolts, they can all stay there. We grab now a ton of nets. Let's bring this with us at the moment. We have 7 Heartbreak Poison Bolts. We'll leave those behind. Leper Poison. Afflicts the target with poison that deals 8 damage per turn, each turn for 3 turns, and increases all mechanical damage taken by 10%. Stacks 6 times. Blinding Poison. Shoots a bolt from the crossbow, dealing normal bolt damage, inflicting target with a poison that deals 7 damage per turn, each turn for 3 turns, and reduces perception by 1. Stacks 8 times. We'll leave the poisons behind. Actually, we'll take this stuff with us. And we probably don't need the vitality powders. And we'll take half the healing salves. Ooh, reduces perception and dexterity by 3 for 10 turns. Wow. So this is an after-battle healing item for us. Or we just sell it. I didn't realize that it had that effect. How about that? We'll take half of it with us. But we're only going to use it after battles. I guess we can do a little sleuthing. Oh, sorry about that, sir. Good thing he didn't walk in me while I had the chest open. That would have been super awkward. Let's do that again. We'll check one more of them. Okay, that's good. Guards are really perceptive today. Oop, nope, there's a cook there. He'll totally see us. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Briggs and Professor Oldfield. You're still in one piece. Very good. What's Yehoda's status? She's alright. She's with the rest of the troops. Are you alright, Professor? I think so. I haven't been this close to death since the Battle of Dis. Goodness me, Richard. There are so many of them. But their voices, that language. Who were these natives anyway? The professor and the chief exchange looks briefly before the latter responds to you. Listen up. There are 2 major factions that control the Black Sea. The pirates and the natives. The pirates call themselves the Grim Jetters. They control the southern and southeastern waters. They are not actively interfering with our operations as yet, although our patrols have had several violent encounters with them. Whereas these savages have been a thorn in our side ever since we arrived here. By the caverns, these violent, inarticulate creatures are the cause of almost all of our problems here. And now they're trying to raise the camp to the ground and butcher us all. Goodness me. Savages. Indeed they are. Professor, it appears that Lattleman has been correct all along. I had him ask around Core City about the natives while we were there. Barring a few old tales, no one ever reported seeing people matching their description. Whoever they are, they've had little to no contact with the rest of South Underrail. Goodness me, Richard, who are we dealing with? These people must have settled here after the Biocorp withdrew all its military from the Black Sea. But when and why? They do not appear to have adapted any of the NFT technology. So why come here? Biocorp military? NFT? Professor, we will continue this conversation later. I need to return to my men. I have yet to determine the casualties and overall damage we have suffered. Speaking of foreign languages, what was that gibberish the natives were talking? That will have to wait, Garrett. See Marcus about your gear. His tent is the one just across from this one. Once I have assembled a recovery team, I will brief you. One moment, please. Garrett, would you mind going to Jeremy Seeger's tent, and seeing if he has compiled any of the recovered information so far? The network is down, hopefully temporarily, and he's not responding to his comm. We're going to need his data if we plan on dispatching a recovery team. Don't you gentlemen agree? Of course he doesn't mind. Here are your orders. Collect your equipment from Marcus first, then go see Seeger. His tent is the one past the medical tent. Then return to the professor. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Do not keep Professor waiting. Let's nod. Professor? He leaves. Now we're blocking the way. Haha. Alright. Well, the first thing we will do, though, is pickpocket this sect trooper. While we're here. He has some poison. Looks like antidotes will come in really handy while we're here. And we'll see if we can get a few more antidotes before we head on out into the wild. And we can. We could also steal his helmet. I think we'll want the antidotes more. Tony and Marcus seem to be discussing something and are unaware of your presence. I gotta say, I'm impressed with you, Marky. Not only did you not get zoned out, but you actually did something useful during the fight. Sure, you played with your little toys from the safety of your tent, but hey, you got the job done. That is a compliment, correct? And just for the record, the turrets can work autonomously. However, in situations such as this one, it is always the wisest course of action to have someone behind the controls for better target assessment. No, Marky, no. How many times I gotta remind you? You gotta put it kinda like this. Well, if it wasn't for me, you pipe worker, you'd be checking the pipes from your forehead right now. Yeah. Where I'm from, you gotta pull out them hardcore comebacks, not going about, target assessment. Checking the pipes? Oh, grind it. It's Core City slang, Marky. It means to take a leak, to piss. That whole phrase was supposed to mean that one of the freaks would have made a hole in my forehead and... Okay. Forget the slang. Use your own words. Just not one of your la-di-da words like urinating or ejecting bladderal liquid waste. Don't be absurd, Tone. No one uses that expression. You just made that up. Well, it's how all you northerners, fat rats, and the rest of the la-di-das sound to me. You're too... uptight. You all sound like you're gonna get pipe-working cancer if you say a naughty word. You use far too many dumb, sterile euphemisms and suck all the fun out of language. So please, next time you want to go check the pipes, you're not urinating, but you're going for a piss. I see. Where this is going... Oh, I see where this is going. How about this? If it hadn't been for me and my turrets, your head would have been impaled on a spear and paraded around angrily, you stinker. What the pipe? No. He grabs his crotch. Oh, you're so lame. It hurts my... While Tony is holding onto his crotch and acting it out utter agony, Marcus is slowly squeezing his forehead into a chasmic frown. He erupts as soon as his irritation reaches its peak. How about I bust your nose and take your mind off your groin? Ooh, that's it, yeah. Yeah, you're getting the hang of it. Oh, I'm glad you at least got some of it in you, Marky. There's still hope. Give me another one, come on. I want to hear a hardcore insult. Why are you grabbing your crotch, Lattleman? Another migraine? Not bad. Kinda lightweight, but it's decent. Oh, you're that new sect trooper, huh? That's Garrett, a true badass. Nice to meet you, Garrett. I'm Marcus Wertherer. I saw how you fought through the turret's visual feed. Impressive. Unlike this blabbermouth here. You're getting the hang of it, Marky. Keep poking. Yes, well, tell us what you need. I want to speak with you, Marcus. What do you need? Oh, right! These guys are from North Underrail, so we might get paid in United Stations dollars. We'll have to ask about that, but we can do that later. Chief Briggs told me to see you about collecting my gear. Right away. Hey, Tone, would you mind handing me one of the suits? Right away. Meanwhile, take this. He hands you a device. Here's a navcom, a navigation and communication device. Its communication range is substantial and should cover the entire Black Sea. Still, I can't tell you how it's going to behave once you move beyond that or go into another cave system or NFT facilities. As for navigation, it's fairly simple. The screen will display the grid square of the currently loaded coordinate system you're in. Now, pay attention here. The coordinate system currently displayed is the one recovered from an NFT device. This means that the coordinates you read on NFT devices are the ones your navcom can point you to. Well, we'll all be using these coordinates during the expedition, so we'll all understand each other. Hopefully, he smiles. He points to the navcom's display. Right now, we're in D6, as you can see. Just to make it clear, letters represent your position along the east-west axis, numbers along the north-south axis, so that's like chess. Here, Tony approaches you with a complete suit of Aegis Incorporated combat armor in his hands. As he returns to his spot behind the desk, you notice him putting away a couple of nylon bags, which are most likely used to store the items he just gave you. There's your armor. I don't think I should explain how to put it on. You have your own weapons, or that's what I've been told, but if you need anything from our armory, talk to that guy over there. He points to Lattleman. That's me. That's him. He's also got weapon attachments, spare parts, and a plethora of other related items. If you need energy weapons or anything high-tech, on the other hand, see me. And that should be... Oh, yes, wait. Let's just check if the comm is working properly. Push that button. That one there. And say something. Oh, do I do it? You know I shouldn't, but I'm so tempted to see what the reaction would be if anyone here would know. I can off-screen us coming back here if we get killed. I really want to know. I really want to know. Are they aware of how the free drones speak? Death to the cans. You shouldn't be joking with that, Garrett, especially not around Chief Briggs. He speaks into his own communicator. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Alright, everything appears to be in order. The device will display a name next to each of the channels, so you know who you're talking to. I'm on channel 1. Contact me if you need some help, info, or if you need to speak to someone from the staff who doesn't have a comm of his own. That's it. You got your gear. I hope everything was clear. Anyone around here exchanging United Stations dollars for Charons? I can do that for you, Garrett. In fact, you can also pay in dollars when purchasing items from me or Doc Savage. But not from me. No siree. I still haven't gotten used to handling them Northern Blue bills. Messes up with my, calculation. Besides, dollars look like monorail money. Real steel is where it's at, baby. Real super hardcore steel. Yes. Well, anyway. I'll give you 1.5 Stygian coins per dollar. Alright, we'll hold on to our dollars at the moment. Alright, I'll see you later. While we're here, let's see what Lattleman is offering. Hey, Garrett. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Marcus. I'll see you later. Hey there, Southgater. Show me what you have in stock. Our first time seeing him. He's buying all sorts of things. So first off, do we need or even want this armor? So it has less of a stealth penalty. So we could wear this, and we could wear a helmet as well. That's interesting. We could wear both of these to be 14% total armor penalty. We would have greatly decreased bullet and shotgun damage suffered as well. This also increases our fortitude by 20. I think that's our resistance to certain stun effects. But we would lose 1 perception, lose detection, and lose all of this stealth that we would gain, and electrical damage. I don't think we need this armor. This is a lower level armor. I want higher stuff. So we'll just vendor this. He's not looking to buy the helmet. There's nothing else that we have that he's interested in. Is he selling anything I'm interested in? Let's check crafting supplies first. I see no crossbow bits. Let's check all of these. Broadhead bolts. We might want that. We'll trade for that. Shotgun. I don't care about shotgun or shotgun shells. Sting ball grenade. We'll see what that is. Vehicle repair kit. We should trade for that as well. We'll give him a little bit of money. How much money are you carrying total? Oh, wow. We'll have to remember that, because if he's buying crossbows and crossbow parts, we will want to eventually come back here and sell our crossbows to him. He actually will purchase them and has a decent amount of money to offer for them. There's a new belt here, strap belt. Grants 1 utility slot, increases intimidation by 5, bullet-based firearm, reloading action point cost reduced by 75. That's not for us. He is selling MK3 grenades, but I don't think I need any at the moment. He is selling some repair kits, but we might be able to make some later on. His goggles. Oh! Are those better? 56%? Nope. They are exactly the same as what we currently have. Yep, exactly the same. I don't think I need any mines. He's not selling any traps. Alright, we're good. I think we got everything else we want. What's the quality equipment he's selling, by the way? Higher level stuff. Higher level stuff. That's tempting to pick up. Let's take that as well. Alright, we'll go ahead and read our blueprints. And we'll put some stuff back in our locker. And let's go... Uh-oh, what was I doing next? Okay, we gotta go east of the medical tent. The medical tent I thought was down here. I thought we passed it on our way in. I'm gonna have to update the soundtrack I have for this and listen to this stuff at work. So this is the medical tent, I think. Maybe not. Oh, maybe this isn't actually the medical tent. I don't see any doctors there. We'll probably have plenty of time to explore this place fully, see what we can pick, pocket, and stuff like that later on. Is that the medical tent? Nope, more barracks. Oh, here's the medical tent. East of it, there's a surgeon. Wounded sec trooper, Dr. Savage. does that name sound familiar to me? Not from this game, but for some reason I'm thinking of, Fallout. No, that was Doc Morbid. Oh, here's Seeger. I like his beard. Adaptive lens, galvanic vest. And a little bit of food. Let's take the vest. Might be able to make some armor with that later on. An alluring scent invites you inside. It's rich, pleasant, and strong enough to draw a hopper out of its crevice. It's like coffee, but smells infinitely better than the dark brown dust mixed with water consumed throughout South Underrail. This is something from the north. And if the delightful aroma is any indication, tasting it has got to be quite an experience. You take a step forward toward the man sitting at the desk, looking at letters and numbers and symbols of various kinds scrolling across his screen. He hears you and turns around, and in his hand, a tea flask of smoking black liquid. It is coffee after all. Yo, you need something? Are you Jeremy Seeger? Professor Oldfield told me to see you. Yeah, the one. You gotta be one of the new sect troopers, huh? Welcome to the Hell's Gut, man. That name seems more and more appropriate the more time we spend here. Am I right now? Well, anyway, what have you got for me? Is that coffee you're drinking? This? Yeah. Why? Never seen coffee before? I have. He pauses, watching you while a pillar of smoke from the hot coffee pirouettes between you and him. I can't pronounce it. In his eyes, he softly proceeds. You don't have any coffee beans here. Coffee beans? Wow. I'm sorry. I knew things were bad here, but this bad? Zit. It. But you have, like, hydroponics, right? You are capable of growing certain plants here. Then why no real coffee? I don't get it. We pour some horrible synthetic powder into hot water and drink it like that. We pour some horrible synthetic powder into hot water and drink it like that. He shakes his head. No man should live without good Exon coffee. You know, I got some right here. He glances at the coffee maker on the other table. You want one? I would very much like some coffee. Okay. He goes to his coffee maker and presses a button. As the coffee is poured into the tea flask, the air slowly becomes wonderfully saturated with its smell. After a few moments, you have in your hands a tea flask full of smoking hot coffee. Gaze at it in awe. He observes you with satisfying interest. Well, enjoy your coffee, man. Excel. You're using some strange words I'm not familiar with. The ones starting with X. Oh, like extreme and exit? It's complicated. It's hexagonian X slang. Oh, hexagonian. That's amazing. Sorry, I totally forgot you're a southerner and you don't know about that stuff. I mean, don't take it the wrong way, man. It's just that you people prefer the arena, okay? Since that's what you have here. I mean, not because it's worse than the other. Actually, it's not a really good comparison at all because of the you know. I should just, stop talking now. Forget I said anything. It's alright, no need to stress over it, man. I'm not stressed at all. He takes a sip from his tea flask and shakes his head sideways, vacantly staring forward. Not at all. Well, Professor Oldfield wants to know if you compiled the recovered data for him. We were under attack, man. Now, I may be a kind person that rarely lifts my ass from the chair, but even I'm not that extreme to sit here and sift through this stuff while people are dying, like, around me. He turns to the computer and opens a file, sighing. Yeah, I do have some of that important bits sorted. I'll send it to him as soon as the network's back. He glances at one of the monitors, raises his eyebrows. Oh. Marcus sorted the power. Extra, extra. Sending it now. What is this about, really? The data. The professor mentioned it's some kind of breakthrough discovery. Oh, yeah, you betcha. You see, ever since we got here, we've been trying to find a way to enter that building just across from my tent, the keep. The panel by the gate is totally unresponsive, and the walls are extremely thick and sturdy. Hey, the building did survive the Biocorp assault on the island after all, you know? We don't just want to blow things up here unless we really gotta. Now, the building still got power, okay? As we were easily picking that up on our instruments. But so far, we haven't found a way to interface with that panel. Until I recover this data. According to it, the panel is actually a scanner, which authenticates a person based on a small active radio frequency identification, or ARFID microchip that is often implanted in the right hand. So if you find one of those microchips, or learn to... Wait a second. Why am I telling you all this? I have to know everything if I'm going to do this job right. Well, okay. We find a working chip and we're in. All other NFT facilities should work the same way, so we'll be able to gain access to those as well, if we can get through the natives. Anyway, it seems every NFT citizen had an implant. These implants also contain some other personal data, but that is of secondary importance right now. Alright, where do I find one of these chips? Now that's the... An ascending 2-note sound interrupts your conversation, and something flashes on the bottom of his right screen. Excuse me for a moment, it's the professor. He puts his coffee aside and his headset on, adjusts the microphone, and clicks the icon flashing on his screen. A window pops up, its top right corner bearing what appears to be the University of Dis logo. An outline of a frontal view of a grandiose building placed in a circle, under which University of Dis is written in a serif font. Then the face of Professor Oldfield appears, speaking words only Seeker can hear. Yes, sir? You did? He turns to you, still talking on the professor. Huh? Yeah, he's here. I'll tell him. He's still facing you, but his gleaming eyes are looking through you. Oh, thank you, sir. He smiles. I know. I'm aware of that, sir. Excel. I dropped the comm once the attack started and broke it. Yes, I understand. What did the professor say? Just as you open your mouth, his face disappears behind a broad smile. Really? Yes, sir. Thank you again, sir. Extra. Yes. I'll tell him what you said. Goodbye. What did the professor say? That you should see him now. Anyway, you stopped that. Now that's the... Actually, the professor will fill you in on the rest. Damn it. Alright, see ya, Seeker. Okay, see ya. Do we actually have coffee? We do! What does this do? When consumed, increases movement points by 5. It also reduces the cost of all psi abilities by 10%, but also reduces psi regeneration by 3. Consuming food, we remove effects of previous meals. So for us, this is not that great, because we're not a psi user, but the movement points could be useful. And we currently don't have anything even drank, so let's use the coffee. We should also, before I forget, recharge our shield. Oh, and I should put some of my traps on my bar. I like all the story here. I like this. This is really good. We're getting a lot of background information. About at least why they want us here so far. I guess persuasion might have helped us a little more in that regard. You're here, Garrett. Good, good. Seeger just sent me the files and told me to see you. Yes. I asked you to come to my tent in order to explain to you what this whole expedition is about, what its purpose is, as well as the details of your first mission, for after all, unless you have sufficient wider knowledge on the subject of our interest here, one cannot expect from you to perform optimally, can he? Let's nod. Some 3 to 3.5 centuries ago, this whole sea, this whole enormous cavern, was chosen as the location of a major NFT project. The abbreviation standing for New Frontier Technologies, a supercorporation that can be said to have been comparable to Biocorp in power and influence, to Biocorp, and the other 4 supercorporations, to be exact. Other 4: Security Agency, Bionic Institute, Nucleus Corporation, Transcendix. Alongside Biocorp and the NFT, they were the T6, the 6 supercorporations of the pre-descent times, the old world if you prefer. NFT is the one we will focus on. Oh, I love this. I love that they're building more of the lore of this world, and we're getting to see it, or learn about it. I love this crap. New Frontier Technologies is, or was, I should be more accurate, a supercorporation primarily dedicated to discovering, exploring, and populating new environments, worlds mankind could only dream of making their homes. They developed technologies that would allow them to adapt these environments to the needs of mankind, but also to do it in such a fashion as to preserve it as much as possible, or in the case of barren, desolate places, to breathe new life into them and turn them into something greater. They were explorers, visionaries, futurists, and, as often follows, utopiasts. Sounds like they would be making something like the Garden of Eden kit from the second Fallout series. We do not, or might not, ever know where they had expanded following the descent, and whether they have met any success, but the one place they've settled in that we know of is right here, under the surface, in this sea, where, sadly, their success no longer resides. What was this place called? It must have had a name in NFT's time. We don't know, unfortunately. No records exist that could tell us that. The name we academics use is the Black Sea Project, but that is just how we designated it. We hope that will change soon, though, after we have learned more about this place and what happened here. You mentioned something about Biocorp military. Are they responsible for all of this? Yes. It has been known for years with great certainty that it was Biocorp's navy that had demolished NFT's facilities and killed, for all we know, the entire population. It was a holocaust. This very island was the first and last stand NFT made before their demise. The exact reasons for this brutal, merciless act are still under debate, but the best substantiated and thus most popular hypothesis is that Biocorp had seen NFT as competition and sought to eliminate them. Some scholars say that they had been in conflict even before the descent, but then again, there is also strong evidence suggesting the exact opposite. He shrugs. What is a fact is that Biocorp was the one who initiated the attack on NFT after discovering their facilities here. That much we know from the Central Archive records, but more on these on some other time. Let us remain focused, for we could go on forever on this subject. He takes a sip of water from a plastic cup that he had been on his desk as you came in. So far, we've established what NFT was, what their vision was, and that the Black Sea is one of the locations, if not the only, where they attempted to realize it. What follows is their demise at the hands of Biocorp military, might after which things become rather dark, unclear. Our mission here is to unearth history, to piece together the events that had led to NFT inhabiting this place following the descent, to learn what happened during their reign and what their technological achievements were, what they discovered. Not only that, but also what happened in subsequent years after they had ceased to be. Biocorp slowly abandoned the Black Sea after making sure their enemies would not rise again, but we don't know why. They never exploited any of the NFT achievements here, nor expanded to any area themselves. Why? This place has been shunned ever since. There has to be a reason. There are many questions that await answers, and we hope the expedition will bring us just that. Answers. Your ultimate mission, Garrett, no matter the recovery or escort job you might be assigned on, is to bring us history, technology, art. Have you seen the enthralling sculptures that still guard their long-dead creators? The lighthouses, proud and beautiful, guiding even those who they were not built to guide? They produce so much, and it would be a shame not to preserve such marvels, and their technology, born out of those supersteel. Born out of the supersteel will to... Okay, sorry. Born out of the supersteel will to tame the untamable. Their technology could illuminate this dark world for us like we've never imagined. He drinks some more water. Goodness me, even despite the dangers. Right now, I personally wouldn't be anywhere else but right here. Which brings us to my first assignment. Oh, yes. Now, with that out of the way, let's proceed to your mission. Seeker has recently managed to recover data from one of the NPCs. I've heard that part already. Microchips and all. Oh! I see. How much did he manage to tell you before I video called them? He told me that the NFT personnel were implanted with these microchips, and that they can be used to open the keep and the other facilities. He didn't tell me where to get one, though. Ah, good. As far as we know, all the personnel had them implanted in their right hand, between the root of the thumb and the index finger. But the problem is that all the bodies we found on the island either had missing or damaged limbs as a consequence of the battle in which they fell. Those that had an intact right hand had microchips that are sadly no longer in a functional state. Finding bodies is a difficult task since it seems that the largest battle occurred here, right on this island. Those who did not participate have remained locked in the facilities, most probably, and these facilities we cannot open. Most, I should say, because there is one. The West Storage Depot. What can you tell me about it? The Chief will have to give you the details. I've told you my part. The rest is up to Chief Briggs. See him in his tent. I forwarded the data Seeger sent me. He takes the computer. Yes, I did. There. That is all I had for you. Do you have any further questions? A few more for you, Professor. Yes? This whole expedition seems like an expensive endeavor. Did the University of Dis finance it? I'm afraid the expedition's finances do not concern you, Garrett, and they won't be discussed here. All you need to know is that you'll be paid the amount you and Chief Briggs had agreed on, and you'll be paid on time. Now please, I ask of you not to insist on this matter any further. I feel like we should do a little bit of lore reading each episode as opposed to doing an entire dump at the moment, and I'm almost out of time already. Alright, goodbye, Professor. We also should check the Professor to see if he has anything interesting on him. Did we do that already? Maybe we did that already. We did not. He has a key. He has a key. We'll take that key. Now, where is where is Mr. Briggs? Actually, I probably should stop it. I think we've been playing for an hour already. I guess we can get ourselves in a little bit of trouble first. Oh, there's Yahota. Cold air surrounds the roof. Yahota stands still, gazing at the sea, her cloak flapping in the wind, which doesn't seem to bother her at all. She glances at you, but somewhat incompletely, as though allocating anything more than the edge of her peripheral vision to identify you is redundant. It's you. What is it? I wanted to compliment you on your... Well, let's think here. Was that what Garrett would do? That's what I would do, but not Garrett. Hey there. What would he say? That doesn't seem very Garrett-like. But then again, asking for information does not either. But I don't want to be, well, I guess we'll skip that. Hey there. She nods, her eyes scanning the vast gloomy sea. I don't really have a reason to talk to her at the moment, but we're here. Don't you have any surveillance and detection equipment you can use? Envy and thermal cameras, auto turrets, perimetral omnisensors, and other automatic detection systems. We brought it all. Then why not install some of that up here? She scans the sea from east to west. The Hell's Gut is too busy a place. The automatics get confused, start false alarms. Cannot be entirely relied upon. Cameras, they require keen human eyes behind them. Mine are the keenest around here. All optical equipment I'll ever need is this scope. She looks at it, then through it as she carries on with her duty. I'll leave you to your duty. Take care, Yehota. But first, if your eyes are really good, then you should detect me pickpocketing you. Insufficient skill. Good for her. Alright, yeah, I guess she is really, really good at that. Holy crap. Okay. Well then, let's pickpocket a few people and then we'll call it a session, everyone. We'll grab a few people's stuff around the camp. We already have a comm device, so we don't need another one of those. We could grab all 8 lithium cells. Let's do that from him. And we can also grab the plasma mine case. We can also grab his food. Think the natives will strike again? I don't know, but I'm gonna. Because if I can grab your food as well, you betcha I'm gonna do that. Ha! You can even take his stuff back. The pirates are still keeping their distance. It's a good thing they are, or I'd pick all their pockets and take all of their Jolly Rogers. We'll take a key. Keys are good. Everyone's gonna notice that when I showed up, suddenly all the keys began vanishing on everyone. Sorry, sir. I need all of that, all of it. So where is Briggs? Ah, there's Briggs. I guess we'll talk to Briggs and then that'll do it for us. Garrett? Professor Oldfield sent me to see you, sir. You finished with his task? Yes, sir. He also explained to me our mission here and introduced me to my first assignment before sending me here. Very good. Have you collected your gear from Marcus? Yes. Very good. Your assignment is to find a working microchip so that we can pass the authentication and authorization scan in order to enter the keep and other facilities. If the data Seeker has recovered is correct, but we have little reason to doubt it at this point. You might have noticed that there is no one else present with us. That's because you'll be going on this mission alone. I have no issue with that. Very good, but I will give you the reason in just a moment. The West Storage Depot is where we're likely to find one of those microchips, since it's the only facility that's currently accessible. However, during our original recon of the Black Sea, we've noticed several locations where engagements between NFT and Biocorp forces have taken place. There could be bodies there with functional microchips, but we'll need to do a more thorough search of the areas. These locations are close to native territory, so I'll dispatch one heavily armed recovery team to investigate these locations as soon as I'm done with you. Meanwhile, West Storage Depot is located not too far from here, and while not free of danger, it's less likely to turn into a war zone. Therefore, we'll have several locations covered, which increases our chances of finding these microchips. If we're able to do that quickly and before the natives are able to reconsolidate their force and attack us again, we'll be able to withdraw all our teams back to the camp in time for defense. Understood. What can you tell me about the West Storage Depot? It's currently home to a community of muties. We haven't tried making any contact with them so far. You'll be our first representative. Our jet ski patrols have approached the island a few times, and while the muties did not respond with hostility, it doesn't mean that they won't to your presence, especially not after this attack. We don't know anything of their relations with the natives, but all our observations so far have shown the area to be free of them. To summarize, you are to sail west to B7, enter the NFT facility, and attempt to obtain a functional Arfrid microchip. If the muties are cooperative, try to extract any useful information from them. How you choose to accomplish your assignment is up to you. This concludes your briefing. Sec Trooper Jenkins is back from patrol and is waiting for you at the docks to give you the keys to your jet ski. You will need it to reach the island. Jet ski? I don't know if you call them here differently, but I'm talking about the single-seat jet-propelled vessels. You've seen them at the dock. I don't know how to ride one, Chief. The ones we use are quite simple to operate. Jenkins will fill you in on all you need to know. That will be all, Garrett. Can I ask you, no, okay, let's leave. He strikes me as a type who is no nonsense. Like, completely, utterly, do not talk with me about anything frivolous. Okay. Well, I guess, everyone, we're gonna be good to go. We can recharge our shield one final time, and then we'll call it the end for this session. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and I will see everyone in the next one. Take care, everyone.